Hello everybody, this is Modern Day Survivalist back with another video, and for this project I wanted to cover something that someone left in a comment on my EDC video related to survival. There's an app for that. As a prepper and survivalist and someone who's interested in emergency preparedness, I want to show you that there's all sorts of great applications that you can use on an iOS device or an Android device, or even a PC for that matter, for accessing and learning about prepping and survival and emergency preparedness. First up would be YouTube. With YouTube, it basically allows me to input my username, and I can have access to all my various subscriptions and have access to all the newest videos that my subscribers or subscriptions post. And I can also have access to my videos. As you can see, there's only one, but I promise there'll be a lot more. But this is a great tool, so if I'm sitting on a couch and watching TV and during the commercial break I want to get caught up on a cool video, I can do that with the YouTube app. Next up would be the Kindle app from Amazon. The reason why I prefer the Kindle app for purchasing electronic books or ebooks is because the license agreement for the Kindle store allows me to download any book that I purchase on up to 5 different devices, and it automatically syncs them all between my various bookmarks. If I put in any highlighting notes or anything like that, it will automatically sync it between all my various devices. And as you can see, I have a few survivalist books here. When All Hell Breaks Loose and 98.6 Degrees, The Art of Keeping Your Ass Alive from Cody London, who has a great show called Dual Survival on the Discovery Channel. I also have 2 books from James Wesley Rawles on Patriots, and also on how to survive the end of the world as we know it. The third app that I would suggest getting is called River of News. River of News is basically an RSS reader that you can use to access RSS feeds from various websites, including the Survivalist Forum, and all various, any survivalist website or prepping website that you might like to enjoy. There's basically a link on most websites where you can sign up for an RSS feed. And an RSS reader allows me to access those websites without actually having to go to them. A great tool because it allows you to sync up with Google Reader, which I use on a PC and a Mac. And if I like something or want to reference it later, I can put a star on it, and I can also have it automatically sync up to Google Reader for accessing that information later. Another app that I love is Twitter. Just as in YouTube, there is a great prepping, survival, emergency preparedness community on Twitter, and this Twitter app allows me to have access to all their various feeds and also post from various websites. A lot of merchants that sell survival and preparedness items also have post tweets with links to different sales that they have, so it's a great tool for finding information. A great way of getting up-to-date news that's even quicker than stuff that's posted on a website or on TV. A lot of news organizations will tweet out information before it makes headline news. Another app that I love is called 5.0 Radio HD, which is basically a police scanner, which allows you to listen to police, fire, and medical emergency police scanner feeds from around the world. More than likely it will have something from your local area. I also use an app called Evernote. Evernote is a great tool or software package that you can download on any Android, Apple device, or PC that you can basically sync up information that you copy and paste into it. I can be on a website with the Evernote button. I can basically click on a button and it would copy that entire website or that article that I'm interested in reading later, and it would sync it up with Evernote, and it would also sync it between my various devices. I use it for keeping a to-do list, for keeping a shopping list, for keeping prepping information and survival information and emergency preparedness information. So a great tool to use. I also have some of my favorite apps in here for survival related to first aid and such. For example, I have the U.S. Army Ranger Manual. Now most of these manuals are very close, if not nearly perfect, to the print options that are available. And I don't recommend using your iPad or your electronic devices as your all-in-one solution. If you like something such as the SAS Survival Guide, I would suggest getting that in print version also. The SAS Survival Guide is one of my favorite apps, and it has some advantages over the print manual that they sell, or the print book. This includes such things as high-definition video, including interviews and discussion with the author. Gives you all sorts of things on how to be prepared, first aid, how to build shelters, how to distinguish food in the wild, hunting skills, etc. Everything from Morse code, making a survival checklist, compass, bookmarks. There's all sorts of quizzes that you can take on survival to test your skills. There's also the U.S. Army First Aid Manual, which gives you first aid information, including on snake bites, stings, bug bites from other creatures, basic first aid survival skills, also how to do field dressings, and how to do first aid for nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare. I also recommend using an app called NautGuide HD. This is a great tool if you use paracord at all. This is a great tool for learning how to do various knots, fishing knots, everything from knots on how to hang things from a tree, how to make stuff like the monkey ball with paracord for a lanyard, or anything like that. Rope care, all sorts of different options for knots. It gives you step-by-step guides with pictures, descriptions of the pictures, and how to do the various knots. I also use an app called iSurvival, which is basically a wilderness survival manual, and it has everything from food procurement, how to field dress an animal, the psychology of survival, and other topics. So that's about it. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section. Also, I want to give a shout out to all those who suggested that I get a solar power charger for my electronic devices. I do realize that this is not a survival tool by itself, but like hopefully I showed you that there's all sorts of apps and tools that you can use for learning skills, for learning about emergency preparedness, for keeping a prepping list, and all sorts of other things. So once again, Modern Day Survivalist, thank you for watching.